What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily, and today we're going to be doing something a little educational, maybe not instructional, educational. We all know that bananas have a lot of spots in them as they get older. So as they age, they get these spots. They almost look like black freckles all over them. Certain genes remove that speckling. Hypo gene is one of those genes. It usually gets rid of and cleans up that speckling. Other genes enhance it. And so I have a theory about what these speckles actually are and what happens to them when they are removed, so to speak, from the animal. And we're going to take a look at a couple snakes, and I'm going to go over my theory with you. I'm also going to show you some other cool stuff we have in the collection, stuff that's almost ready to breed, stuff that I'm breeding already, and pretty much we're going to look at, like I said, stuff that kind of I find cool. I also am going to be moving some. It's driving me crazy, but I can't keep everything. So I have some breeder females that bred really well last year. I've been feeding them like maniacs. They're ready to go this year already, but you know what? I just can't keep everything. I'm going to make available two really very good breeders that produce huge clutches year after year, you know, and you guys are going to have the benefit of picking those up. If you're interested, I know a lot of people hit me up a lot, say, hey Dave, do you have any breeders that are ready to go? I have a snake and I want to put to it. Here's your opportunity. All right, let's take a look and see what we got in the collection. Okay, as promised, we're going to be doing a little bit of a little science lesson today. And we have two snakes here, okay? This snake is a crazy one. This is a banana, cinnamon, possibly Woma, hurricane, a lot of crazy stuff going on here. But the reason I brought the snake out here, it's a beautiful snake, is that bananas, as they get older, start getting these little pigmentation spots, these like little black pigment spots all over them. And different bananas, if you have a regular banana, you'll see them all over. And that's typical of bananas. Some people call them paradoxing, but it's not really a paradox, because paradoxing would really happen when they're first born. And when bananas are first born, they're really clean looking, okay? Now, to contrast with this snake, here is another banana. This is a banana hypo, possibly pastel, the head clown. The head clown's irrelevant, but what I want to show you is it's a banana hypo. And the hypomelanistic gene removes pigment. So it lightens the snake up. So you can see this snake is much darker than this snake. Now, I probably should have picked a regular banana because this snake's got other stuff going on in it too. But I wanted to just show you the pigment spots. Okay, you see pigment spots? No pigment spots in the hypo. So the hypo cleaned up these pigment spots. Now, people would think that the hypomelanistic gene, also called orange ghost in blood pilots, actually makes the spots disappear. Now, my theory, and I don't know if it's a theory or not, or my belief is that it doesn't really make them disappear. What it does is it makes them fade. So the dots, these pigmentation dots are still on the snake, even though we can't really see them. They're just dramatically faded. You know, you can even sometimes see, even in that right here, you can even see. That could potentially be a pigment spot. Now, this theory sounds great, right? But how do you prove it? And I'm going to show you how I proved it, and I'm going to see if maybe you guys agree with what I tell you. So I'm going to pull out another snake right now. All right, now here's one of my favorite snakes from the 2021 breeding season. This is a banana black pastel hypo clown. Gorgeous, gorgeous snake. I mean, look at that thing. You would swear there's orange treatment. I've showed you the snake before. Pablo was the one who actually realized that it was actually hypo when it was first born. We couldn't figure out what was in it, and then we realized that the mother was a possible hypo. She proved out, and we got a hypo clown here. It was black pastel now. Of course, actually it's a male. He's not going to cooperate with us, but all of a sudden, lately, he's been developing these pigment spots that bananas get. So Pablo says to me, you know what, I was wrong. This snake is not a hypo. I said, what are you talking about? It's definitely a hypo. You can see it. It got hypo written all over it. He's like, no, it's getting pigment spots. It can't get pigment spots because hypo bananas don't get pigment spots. And I explained to him. I thought about it for a minute because I knew the snake was hypo. And I realized what's going on. Like I hypothesized, these pigment spots in the hypo are still there. They're just completely faded out because the hypomelanistic gene reduces that black to nothing. So they disappear, but they're still there. black pastel infuses the snake with black, which darkens up those pigment spots, or at least some of them, and brings them back. So it neutralizes a little bit of what the hypomelanistic gene is doing, and you see the banana spots come back a little bit. It took a while for this guy to develop them, but you can see them. They're definitely back, and the only way they came back is because of this snake has the black pastel gene. Because this snake is actually a year younger than this snake, and this snake never got those dots back. Here's the one without hypomelanistic gene and has the spots. So here you go. The hypomelanistic gene does not make black disappear, it just makes it fade. Okay, it fades it to a point where you can't see it visibly anymore. And if you infuse the snake with something that brings pigment back, like black pastel, you see those pigment spots come back again. And that's what's going on here. So if any of you guys have any other theories and you want to propose them to me, I'm more than happy to hear them. But that's my theory on banana pigment spots and the hypomelanism gene. All right, I got two snakes I brought out here, two big females. They've proven breeders. They've bred for me the last couple of years. And I finally hit that point in my collection where I didn't think I was gonna hit, where I can't keep all my breeders anymore. I have to start moving stuff. I have a lot of snakes. I have a lot of holdbacks from this past year. This is an Enchi Butter female. She's made some amazing babies for me over the years. And I hate to sell her, but I'm gonna sell her. She's been fed like a maniac, so she's ready to breed. She's, I didn't pair her yet with anything, but she is ready to go. She is, like I said, killing the food. And so she's gonna make some very happy person a very nice litter or a very nice clutch of eggs. So if you guys have any need for an Enchi Butter, let me know. I have these guys are a little, you think they just ate the other day, you think they would be calming down. I already lost the female. I have a female dinker right there. She's mad. And she has produced some amazing babies that are offbeat, possible genes that I'm going to prove out, but I don't need her anymore because I have actually got the genes passed on into other combinations that I'm going to try to prove out. So if anyone's looking for a interesting dinker, she's a monster eater. She produces huge clutches too of eggs. Hit me up, and both these snakes will be available if I can find them after this video's over. Now this female is not for sale, but this is one of my favorite females in my collection, believe it or not, ball pythons. This is a snow ball python. I've shown you her before. She's made some nice babies. She hasn't actually I haven't gotten any good clutches from her the last 2 seasons. Hopefully this year she seems to be up. She skipped last year, so hopefully maybe this year she'll produce some nice babies. I go snow to snow because I like the visual snows sell really well and people love them. And I never hold back any like a dummy. So this year I'm going to hold back some, hopefully. She is an albino TSK, or the Snake Keeper line Axanthic, as opposed to the VPI, which is not compatible with it. So I really like the Snake Keeper Axanthic line. Works really well with albino, and you get a really white snow. There's not much yellow in them at all. Most of my babies are super snow white. When they're born, they're like pink white almost. And she's just a great looking snake. I mean, just super nice. Double recessive. Obviously double recessives hold their value really well. And I love this female. I've had her for quite a while, and I'll probably keep her till the day she's no longer with us. All right, we're gonna finish up today with this gorgeous female that I've produced in 19. Enchi Orange Dream Champagne Hypo. The Hypo Champagne is known as the Mimosa. So it's an Enchi Orange Dream Mimosa. They're very skittish. It's 100% het pied, and you can tell champagne het pieds always look like they could be pieds. And so you got a nice little ringer there. A lot of times they actually look like they're visual pieds. But champagne and hypo is an amazing combination. That's why someone actually gave it a name, the Mimosa. And I love the fact that this girl is het pied. She's possibly yellow belly too. And the Orange Dream really kind of adds another little layer of like interestingness to it, more contrast. Remember, champagnes can lose a lot of contrast when you put a lot of jeans on them. So you want to add jeans that will actually increase the contrast. That's like dark jeans, red stripe really adds a little contrast. And it's funny because Hypo kind of, basically, I guess, dilutes them, but they still look really good with Hypo. That's a really good looking snake. That's why I couldn't get rid of it. I was gonna sell it and I'm like, this is a really nice looking snake. And the funny thing was when I bred it, it was a mistake breeding. It was a male I put in once and just got lucky. Turned out really well. So this female might be up to breeding size by, in another month or two. She's definitely over 1,200 grams. We'll see. I'll pair her up. I got to figure out what I want to pair her with. Obviously something pied, maybe Hypo pied, since we can hit on both of those. And I'm loving this little girl. Look at that black splotch on the head. It's kind of interesting, right? With that really dark black eye. Nice looking snake. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. I hope you liked today's video. I hope some of you agree, some of you don't agree. Put them in the comments below. What is your theory? Is the Hypo gene erasing the spots in the banana, or is it just diluting it, as I think, or as I speculated? And then genes like black pastel, maybe blackhead, are adding back pigment, are enhancing them and making those pigment spots reappear, even in the presence of the Hypo gene. Who knows? I don't know. It's a theory. I threw it out there. It sounds logical. I'd like to hear your opinions as well, because you guys inspire me. I hope I inspire you in return, and it's a give and take relationship for both of us. All right, guys, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit that like button. I'll see you back tomorrow morning.